What up guys, your boy Carthus, and today we are doing a melee only rogue. Now this video is just like my last video I just put out, and it is made for more of a veteran player. It's because this video is going to show a lot of exploits and a lot of duping and glitching and stuff like that. It's just made for the player who's on their second, third, fourth, and possibly even fifth playthrough, and you're just wanting to get to level 20 plus as fast as possible, especially before you do some of the guild missions or the main missions. That way when you get your drops or your weapon drops or your loot pool can just be overall a lot better. As you can see, we are full on 100% chameleon and or stealth, so nothing really deals with us, and we're 1 to 2 shotting most things. Now this build can actually scale up even higher as far as damage goes. This is just the end result of the video that you're about to watch, so if you like running around super fast and being like a hoppy little one-shot rogue, then this could be the video for you. I'm going to go over everything that I'm going to do from level 1 all the way up to 20 plus, so let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. Alright guys, since we are doing a combat rogue and or nightblade, basically a melee only stealth, I'm going with Redguard. They have really good starting stats for what I want. Normally I would pick Khajiiti, Dunmer, or maybe a wood elf, but I'm going Redguard just because they have adrenaline rush, and adrenaline rush is very strong, especially if we get caught out of stealth. I'll just be able to pop that and be able to fight like a fierce warrior. As soon as you start, just start hopping. I know a lot of people want to sit here and do stealth like this back and forth, but I'm going to go ahead and show you a way better stealth option than that. So don't worry about stealth. Just go ahead and start hopping as soon as you start the game, because we're going to try to get our acrobatics up to at least 50. Alright, still going through the prologue, we're going to come across the Goblin Witch. Just make sure you kill everybody in here. The only reason we want to go over this spot right here is just because I want to make sure you guys get the repair hammers. That is the goal of this area. Let's go ahead and cut these dudes down, come up to the witch, and just give her the hands. And the whole thing that we want is just open up these chests. There's the first chest, just grab the repair hammer, and then come over to the next chest over here, and grab this repair hammer as well. We're going to be using these. Now when it finally comes to you choosing your Birthsign, I would suggest Thief. That's what we're going for overall. There are a couple others just like the last video. I think the Lord makes a solid in-game choice. The Warrior could be a good starting choice. Obviously Thief and Warrior are really good. And then if you're looking for more of a Nightblade playstyle where you want to do a lot of magic and stuff, then the Mage is a solid choice too, but I'm going Thief. Alright, just like my last video, I am making my own class and I'm going with Stealth. And as far as attributes, I have Acrobatics, Armor, Athletics, Blade, Light Armor, Restoration, and Sneak, because that's what I want to level up fast. And then for my overall or favorite attributes, I have Endurance and Luck, because that's going to benefit us a lot early game and it's going to help us a lot late game as well. Alright guys, as soon as we come out of the prologue and or the sewers, we're going to make a quick left and we're going to kill this stupid little mud crab over here who always attacks everybody. Little punk ass. Yes, we understand. And then we're going to come to the dock, because we're going to use the dock as a little spam point. We're going to jump off into the water. There should be a slaughterfish somewhere around here. Kill the slaughterfish. Once slaughterfish is dead, we're going to come underneath the dock, and what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade and or fast level our acrobatics. So just sit there and spam jump. The reason we kill both of those is so we can rest on 1 hour, reset our stamina bar, and keep spamming jump. We're going to do this until we hit about a level 50 on acrobatics, because I want to be able to hop around without burning a lot of my stamina. You can go as high as you want with this. All right, once you hit 50 in acrobatics, we're good to go. You can choose to go to 75 or 100 if you want. It's not going to take that much longer. 50 is a good cutoff for me. So now we are going to bring up the map and we're going to go to Imperial City Prison. As soon as we get here, we're just going to walk straight in and we're going to talk to a guard. Go up to the guard, talk to him, say you want to visit a prisoner. Follow him down to the door and wait till he gets here. As soon as he opens this door, we're going to talk to him again and tell him we want to visit another prisoner. Door is open. I'm going to talk to him. Visit a prisoner. I'm going to walk through. He's going to shut the door. And we're going to stealth down here. Now what we're doing is we're going to max out our sneak fast. So right here is a man that we can pick the pockets of, open it up, and then close it. I feel like most people have seen this. I've seen other videos of people kind of doing this, but this so late in the game, you can definitely just do this right off the rip. As you can see, you can level sneak extremely fast with little to no effort whatsoever. The overall goal right now is to get our sneak to 100, and that is because we're allowed to ignore the armor of enemies when we do sneak attacks. Okay, now that we have our sneak maxed out to 100, we can completely ignore armor with sneak attacks, and that is the overall goal. Once you come back out, we're going to open up the map and we're going to go to Coral, and we're going to go to North Gate of Coral. Once here, we're just going to run straight and we're going to go join the Fighters Guild, because I'm going to pick up some armor. We're We're gonna join Fighters Guild because, like I said, I want to pick up some light armor, and I also want to be able to have a place to rest so we can level up. So we're just going to join the Fighters Guild. Yes, sign me up. Boom. We have joined. Just like the last video. We're going to run right back out. And then we're going to bring up the map, and we're going to go up to Bruma, and we're going to go to the East Gate. Alright, once we land in Bruma, we're going to move forward and we're going to go to the other Fighters Guild. The reason we're doing this is just because I want a full set of light armor or leather armor. You can also come in and grab some weapons here, but we're just going to go left. We're going to grab the helm, we're going to grab these gloves and the chest piece, and we're going to move underneath the stairs, go through here. Go down the stairs, open the first door in front of us. We're going to grab these greaves right here. Boom. You can grab anything else in the chest if you want. There's some gold and stuff. Open this last door on the right. We're going to come through, grab these and this right here. And if you want, you can grab the shield, but we're not going to need it. And then we're just going to run right back out. All right, from here, we are going to bring up the map, and we're going to go down to Anvil, and we're going to go to the main gate. Now we're going to do what we did in the last video. If you just follow this path, we are going to upgrade our light armor, and we're going to max it out fast. So come to this house with the blue door, break in. Once you break in, veer left, and then go downstairs. Come down here, change the difficulty, put it on master. Get some hits on these little bad boys. Bring up difficulty again, put it back to adept, or you can put down the novice. I would suggest novice, just leave it there. And then we're just going to sit here and level up our light armor. Alright, once you max out your light armor, we can just leave the area. Let's go right back up. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is going to dupe some hammers. So right now, I'm going to come to this barrel. I'm going to empty out the barrel, and I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to bring everything that I want out of it. So we have repair hammers. We have 3. I'm just going to put 1 in, and then I'm going to use maybe lockpicks as the thing. Now, this is going to weigh me down, but I'm just going to hit A and right bumper at the same time. And now we have 48 repair hammers. We don't need all those, but I'm just going to use those. This is a quick way to level up your armor. So we're going to go into our repair hammers, and we're just going to upgrade and or repair everything that we have. Boom, at the top right, armor has increased. So now we're just going to leave. All right, now that we're outside, we're going to run back down the street, and we're going to head to the Fighters Guild. The reason I'm going this way is because it's just a free place to sleep and rest, and we are going to level up. So as soon as I come in, I'm just going to make an immediate left. Dude already opened the door for us, so I'm just going to pick a bed and start resting. Okay, now we are a level 13. Here is what I have my stats. As you can see, we have maxed out agility and speed, which makes sense for the build that we're going for. Okay, my next step is to get a better weapon than what we currently have because we don't have really good weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the chestnut stables. I'm going to place the marker right over here. Should be a little item over here that we want. If you watched my last video, you know exactly what I'm doing. Once over here, you'll see one of these standing stones. We're going to go up to it, conjure weapon. Yes. Boom, should give us a dagger. Now we just need to fight something with it, so we'll fight this board's antagonist. Now we have some damage going on it. Let's take a look at it. So you can see Bound Dagger has some damage taken to it, so we're going to repair it. Once it's repaired, we are just going to throw it on the ground, and then we're just going to wait. Now we have waited, it's on the ground, and we can grab it and equip it. And it's better than what we're using. Alright, now that we have a better weapon, you can see it wasn't doing that much damage to the board, and that's because it's not very good yet. So we need to level up our blade. And the way we're going to do that is Old Faithful, which is over here at Perry's Shrine, which most people know. If you've been playing this game, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. So we're going to come to Bravil or Bravil, however you say it, and we're going to go to Bayron's Stables, and we're just going to go right onto the blue marker. Once you teleport, go ahead and move on towards the blue marker. Alright, now we have made our way over to Perry's Shrine. You know exactly what to do from here. I'm sure you've seen 1,000 videos. We're just going to move this guy over. Make sure you don't activate the statue that I was just looking at. We're just going to push this guy forward. Once you got him up against the wall, just sit here and hold in the trigger or put your mouse cue down, whatever you want, just as long as he's sitting here just constantly getting hit. Alright, once you finally get your blade to 100, that's going to help us with a lot of damage. We are going to bring up the map, and we're going to scroll out and zoom south a little bit. And next to where it says county, we're just going to put a waypoint right here, and then we're going to fast travel to Leowin Northgate. From here, we're just going to head on to the blue marker and go to a Daedric shrine. Alright, once here, you know the drill. Go up and start the quest. Alright, now we're going to make this our active quest. We're going to bring up the map. I know it's going to tell us to go here, but just like in the last video, we're going to put a marker down here, and we're just going to fast travel to Northgate. And from the north gate, we're just going to head on to the blue marker. Alright, once over here, you come to Tidewater Cave, which was in the last video. Let's just go ahead and bring up the map. This is where it's at on the map. We're going to go ahead and go inside. You can choose to stealth attack these guys. We don't give a damn. Just going to get a heavy attack on them. Lay them out. We're going to make a left, go down through here. Make another left, kill this rat. Go into first person mode. Dive into the water. Loot the chest if you want. And then grab this bad boy right here. Then head on back out. And like I said in my last video, if you want to go ahead and do this dungeon, go for it. And once we're back out, we're just going to bring up the map. And we're going to head back to this shrine right here. And now that we have returned and turned in the quest item, we are getting the skeleton key, and that is the whole reason we even came over here in the first place. Alright, now that we have the skeleton key, the next thing we're going to do is bring up the map, and we're going to go up to Bruma, because we're going to grab another set of armor, and then we are going to level up as well. So go to the east gate. Once here, just go ahead and run into the Fighters Guild. Make an immediate left. We're going to go down the stairs and go to this room right here. Should be beds in here. And go ahead and start leveling up. And here's where I chose to rank up. I chose strength, willpower, and luck with maxing out my endurance. Choose whatever you want when it comes to this. Alright, now that you've leveled up and you come out of the Fighters Guild, we're just going to run towards the church and we're going to get another set of gear. So we're just going to run over here. We're going to go to this third house right here. We're going to go in stealth and we're going to break in. We're going to use the skeleton key just to pry it open. Once inside, we're going to go down the stairs. We're going to go back to this keg over here. Use the skeleton key and knock it open, and we're going to steal both of these right here. This gives us 15 points on everything that we like. Go ahead and put that bad boy on. Not bad. Now this is stolen, so if we get busted by the cops or the guards, they will take it from us, but this isn't going to be our end-all be-all armor. We're just using this right now. Alright, now that we have some stealthier armor, my next goal is to raise my Mercantile, so I'm going to come down to Imperial Prison Sewer. And we're going to go into this Alien dungeon right across the dock right here. And we're just going to grab an item so we can max out our Mercantile and get some gold from it. Now, my opinion to you is you should definitely be stealthing through here. We're not wearing the best defensive armor, and we're already a higher level, so these enemies can hit us very, very hard. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to sprint through. So if you want to just do that, follow my path. Just try not to get into open combat with anybody, because they will bust their asses. Once we come through, once you see this, make an immediate left. There's going to be a pressure plate back here. Hit that. Wait for this door to open. Run through. See this dead body. Run through. Hit another pressure plate. Wait for it. There should be a zombie behind this wall. Just try to dodge him. Make a right. Then make another right. Run down and make a left. Hit the pressure plate. Let the zombie do his thing. Just kind of hold block. Wait for this to open. Run through to the door. Run on down. Hug the wall. Dodge the skellies. Make another left. Veer right. Use the skeleton key right here. Nice. Move left. Go around. We're going to grab this item just like in the last video. So we're going to go up the stairs over here. Hit the pressure plate. Jump off. Try to grab it without getting shot. Nice. Move back up the stairs. Make a left. Once through here, there's an enemy. We're just actually going to run past them. Never mind, let's go try stealth. Once you get to this doorway, stop. Let the blades go. Grab your next item. Then move forward. We can go stealth here if you want. Try to get this enemy, or we can run past them. It's up to you. The key to everything is right there. I'm probably just going to run past because we don't need any of that. We're just going to one-shot that guy anyway. Go ahead and open this gate. And we're just going to move on through. Go through the door. And once you see that, just look down. Jump down through the doorway and go right back out. And now that you're back outside, we're going to bring up the map and we're going to Imperial City Market. Once here, we're going to run straight on and then veer right. Look for this statue right here. And we're going to use any of these crates back here to use as duping. We're just going to grab this. We're going to bring up whatever we want. So we went and got the Alien piece, which is the Varla stone, and this is what we're going to do. So we're going to put one of those in, and then we're going to scroll over to where we have the most of, which are arrows, and then we're just going to start duping with that with the A and right bumper. Nice, now we have 226 Varla stones, and this is what we're going to use to upgrade our Mercantile. So we're going to go to Mystic Emporium, and you can either talk to this dude or her. She gives a little bit more money, or has a little bit more money on hand. So right now we're just going to go to bartering. We're going to go to our Varla stones, and we're just going to start selling. She has 2,000, so we can sell probably 3 at a time. And just keep doing this over and over and over until you hit 1,000 for price. And now that you have maxed out your Mercantile, your Varla stones will start selling for 1,000 gold. Once we're done with that, I'm going to pick up 1 bone meal. We're going to use it later. And then I'm going to scroll down and probably buy some potions. What does she have? She has a strong potion of healing. I'm going to buy that. And invisibility, I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to dupe both of these little bad boys. So I'm going to back out, head out. And from here, I'm going to go back to the crate. I'm going to dupe my potions, and then I'm going to store my Varla stones. Alright, now that we have duped what we wanted to dupe, and we stored most of our Varla stones, I kept 7 of them on me because we're going to use them to constantly charge our weapons and stuff like that. We're going to move on, and we're going to level up. So we're going to find the closest inn, which is just right over here. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to hit level 23. Ideally, you'd want to be 25. So if you want to wait around or level up a little bit more before the next little part of the video, I would go ahead and wait till you hit 25, because we're going to go get a dagger. And the dagger is, I believe, is at its max scaling when you're a level 25. So let's just go ahead and level up. And yeah, like I thought, we hit level 23. So ideally you want to hit 2 more levels to get the max scaling out of the dagger that we're about to go get, but it's not that big of a deal. Because when you're in full on late game, you're just going to make an ebony dagger, ebony weapons, and then enchant them how you want. Alright, our next move is going to bring up the map, and we're going to go back down south, and we're going to put a marker right here. We're going to go to Deep Scorn Hollow because we're going to get a weapon. Alright, once you get over here, you should see this bridge. You're going to run through here. It should give us a mission. Yeah, there it is. And we're just going to veer a little left. You're going to see this and this. Just run and jump in between them. You're going to swim down. We're going first person mode. You're going to see this right here, and you're going to swim right in. Once you're inside, just keep swimming. We're going to make a left. Then we're going to veer right. Go through this door. Straight on to the next door. Through the twisted hallway, and we should come to a shrine. Yes, and right here on the shrine is a little unusual box. And we're going to get the Crimson Eviscerator, which is actually a really good weapon. Now, this should scale higher, but it's only at 20 points, and it should scale up to at least 30 points, I think, at level 25. And now that you've made your way back out, we are going to bring up a map again. And we're going to go to Skingrad, and there's going to be a little area over here somewhere. I'm just going to put it right here. I'm not 100% where it's at. And we're just going to teleport to the stables. Once at the stables, we're going to look for the waypoint, and we're just going to start heading west regardless. We're looking for a Daedric shrine. Okay, now you've made it to the Daedric shrine. I'm just going to bring it up on the map, show you where we're at. That's where we're at. Skingrad, it's very close. So we're going to go ahead and talk to the shrine. And we're going to offer the bone meal that we bought earlier and start the quest line. Alright, now we're going to make this our active quest. We're going to bring up the map, and you can see it's right over here. So we're just going to head that direction. Alright, now that we're here, we are going to be very stealthy. This is a dangerous cave for us because right now we're technically not wearing any armor. We're just going to use our invisibility potions that we have stored up. Just keep on going on this path. You'll see a couple ghosts. There's one. There's usually a second one. I don't know where he's at. Oh, it's a skeleton. He's down here. Just give him a heavy attack from behind. He's down. Wait for this to open up. We'll go through the door. Now we need to kill 5 necromancers. Watch out for the trap right here. I'm going to go invisible. Get him with a heavy. Visible again. Get this person with a heavy. Go invisible. Go around this. Make sure you're looting all these enemies as well, because there is a lot of gear down here, especially in the coffin and stuff. Kill them. We're going to walk back through. Go invisible just in case. Go back in the main room. Sneak past this enemy. Walk down. There should be 2 more necromancers that we're after. one in here. Stay in stealth, drink invisibility, walk back out, and then veer left. Go past the ghost. Should be the last one in here. And that should be all of them. Like I said, be sure to loot every one of them. And we're going to make our way out after we do all the looting. Alright, once the quest is complete, we get the Ring of Khajiiti. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. As you can see, it gives us 35% Chameleon on self, which is nice. And it also fortifies our speed by another 10 points. So we're definitely going to wear that. Alright, our next move from here, we're going to bring up the map. I want to give you all another weapon option. We're going to come to Battlehorn Castle. So we're just going to set a marker there. And we're just going to fast travel to the stables and run over. The weapon that we're going for is a sword, so if you guys don't want to use a dagger, you can definitely use a sword. I'm trying to get weapons that I know are good, but not too good to where you can, you know, grab them and use them for a bit and then use something else. But keep in mind, just like the dagger before, you want to be at least a level 25 to get the highest scaling. Alright, as you get closer to the castle, we're just going to veer to the left. I'm going to drink a potion real quick. There is a quest here. You're going to see these marauders out front. Just kill the marauders. This part kind of reminds me of playing a Nightblade in ESO. Just coming up behind people and throwing out like little ganks before I start really fighting heavy. Marauders down. You can go ahead and loot them if you want. I'll drink another potion. I'm just going to sprint in. Once we're inside, we're going to veer to the left and go through this door right here. And then open this door. And we're going to follow this whole path right here. Go through this door. We're going to veer right. And right here, there's a candle. Pull it. Open this right here. Follow this path all the way down. Just going to keep on running. It just forces you in a very linear path. And we're going to come to this right here. Hit this pillar. It's going to open another door. We're going to go stealth now because there are two enemies in here we want to kill. I'm going to go visibility right here. And then with the one shot, this is the weapon that we want right here. It has its own spell attached to it as long as you're using it. And you can also use the shield if you want, but we're not using a shield. There's another enemy here, so we're going to try to go up and one-shot that enemy as well. I'm going to drink invisibility again, hold heavy attack, and then try to finish them off real quick. On them will be a key. We're going to grab the key. And the key is for a chest over here in the water, which just has random stuff spawned into it. I didn't have anything this time. I've had it to where it's had a bunch of armor and stuff in it before as well, so keep that in mind. As far as the weapon, here is the weapon that we just got that you can use. And it's a really good weapon, I think so, if someone's into using the long swords or the short swords. And when you have it attached, you get Dragon Breath added to the spell list. So let me show you what Dragon Breath is. It just allows you to shoot a fireball at enemies, which isn't that bad. It's not that great, but you can only use this when the weapon is in hand. All right, now that we have made our way out, I want actual armor. So if you watched my last video, you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Roxy Inn, which should be right in here somewhere. So I'm going to teleport over here and then I'm just going to run up that way. All right, now that we're here, let me just bring up on the map, show where we're at. Almost dead on. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to start persuading people. But first off, we're going to look for armor that we want, like this guy's wearing a full glass set, so I probably don't want to persuade him, but I want to persuade everyone else. The reason we're persuading everyone else is so they won't attack us and or they'll help us fight this enemy. So what we're going to do is start persuading people, and then we're going to kill this dude. Now, you have a chance to get caught by the guard, and they're going to take all your stuff, but we're getting armor anyways, and that's what we're going for. So let's go ahead and start persuading. Keep in mind when persuading, you can just go ahead and start bribing because we have a lot of money. Just as long as you're getting to 70 plus in persuasion, you're good.
See, was that hard?
Alright, now we have everyone persuaded to where I want them. I'm going to drink a stealth potion, pull out my dagger, and I'm going to give this guy the old one shot. No one reacted. We're going to go ahead and loot this guy because I want all his stuff. Now we can go ahead and put this armor on. Because we're going to get rid of what we're wearing right now. And we're going to get arrested, so it doesn't really matter. Now we almost have a full set of glass. You don't really need glass for what we're going to do next. But, you know, I'm just going to go for the glass just because it's the highest out of the light armors.
Stop! You violated the law.
They arrested us and they took the gear that we had, but it doesn't matter. We're going to enchant this other gear and we're just going to be fine, so I wouldn't worry about that much. Alright, my last and final goal of this video is to be completely invisible. So we're going to go down south because I'm looking for an Oblivion Gate. And last time I was down here, I saw Oblivion Gate, I think over to the right over here where that Storm Atronach is. What we're going to try to do is get the Transcendent Sigil Stones and try to get a Chameleon on effect. And we're just going to scum save before. So we found an Oblivion Gate. It's literally to the right of Deep Scorn Hollow, so it's not that far at all. We're going to go ahead and go in. And what we're trying to do is find the tallest tower, which I'm assuming it's the center tower right here. So we're just going to run there. Make sure as you're running through here just to go ahead and use your invisibility potions. And we're just going to kind of glitch hop all the way up to that and get to the main door because we don't care about anything else. Keep in mind while inside you can just use your invisibility potions and just constantly run through everything. Alright, and once you make it to the last little part right here, which is the Sigil Stone, go ahead and do a quick save. And what we're going to try to do is manipulate how the game works. So go ahead and activate it. We're going to bring up the inventory and see what we got. We got Absorbed Magicka, which is actually pretty good, and Fortified Magicka, but that's not what we're looking for. So we're just going to keep re-rolling this save until we get Chameleon. Alright, and after 25 years of doing this, I finally got Chameleon on self, and that is what we're going for right there. So this is going to make us pretty overpowered. Alright, and once we're out, we're just going to bring up the map, and we're just probably just going to fast travel back to Imperial City. From here, you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to veer right, and I'm going to dupe this Sigil Stone so we can put it on our gear. Alright, now that we have duped it and put it on our gear, we are completely overcapped. We're at 125%. You only need to be 100, but for the sake of the video, I'm not going to sit here and min-max this. You know exactly what you're doing. You know how you're going to build your character. This is just for late game stuff anyway, so now we can just run around and create havoc if you want. You know how this works. I usually go in first person just because it makes it easier. You just run up and just start one-shotting people if that's what you want. And there are no consequences because now we are OP and we are invisible. Yay. Alright guys, that pretty much sums it up. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps this channel out a lot and it helps me out a lot. In the future, I'm probably going to continue doing another stealth build. I want to just do archer only, and it's going to be similar to this, but it's obviously going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to make us 100% stealth because I think it's mad cheesy, but it is what it is. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the future. Later, guys.